and it's still hard to fight the urge to never learn from my own mistakes and live with disregard, when we always try to run from ourselves.
Hello once again. This is a new song every week. I'm going to play a song I just finished recently, which I started writing a very long time ago and had actually abandoned for quite some time, and felt like I'd moved on so far from where I was when I initially wrote this song. I have an album coming out next year, which I've been making with Andy Lawson at Debaser for years now, since before COVID. And this song wasn't initially going to make it on the record, but then he said that of the songs that were kind of floating about when we started making it, he said this was kind of one of his favourites. And so I decided to, finish it and do it. I think for the sake of the song, even though it meant having to kind of dig up sort of old things to finish writing the lyrics, because the lyrics weren't done. And it's just like an acoustic sort of folk song, and it's a very, very personal song. So it was kind of weird to have to try and go back into an old mindset to finish those lyrics. But there's been a few songs where I've had to do that. I had to do that with a song called Biding Time, which I wrote the verse and the chorus for something like 6 years ago. And then it wasn't until we tried recording it that I realised I had to write a second verse, and I had to work really hard to get back into the mindset I was in. And what's been good about just writing these songs for YouTube is it has forced me to finish lyrics to some extent. You could write a book about songwriting and call it The Curse of the Second Verse. I mean, for me, I find the second verse is the hardest thing to write. This has 3 verses, so I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, I finished the song, and here it is. It's called Greenmount Hill.
Greenmount Hill is a direct line to the place where you would always feel at home. And though I never lived there, I can recall when I would drive out here every other Sunday, and the dogs who'd lose their minds as you pulled into the driveway. Now it's hard to fight the urge to shed a tear when I'm passing through. Oh, Greenmount Hill is a short walk from the Marlow, with that old theatre stage up on which I saw you. And when you came down to the city, I had one foot in the suburbs and another in your room. But our friends knew we were lovers, and it's still hard to fight the urge to never learn from my own mistakes and live with disregard, when we always try to run from ourselves at every turn. I guess I lost the will to stay here in the dark. And who runs the shows in the know, feels the earth with every turn? Over time I'd come to realize there was so much more to learn. And how can I muster up the courage to move on? Give me a clue, and throw away every bittersweet memento that I kept of me and you. No, 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 up on Greenmount Hill was a hell I'd never quit till I gave myself permission that at least I can admit. Oh, you told me once or twice it was cruel how I kept calling, always playing with your mind, and so much was left unspoken, and neither one of us would know if we ever had the chance to go back. Would it all feel the same? And though I never met your father, you would say you wished I had. Well, I wonder now how much that might have changed. Oh, Greenmount Hill.